Hello everyone and welcome back to the Unemployment Journey, where we'll be travelling across Europe's major leagues and trying to win as many trophies as possible. And since that 2-1 defeat against Leipzig, it's not great. I'll be honest with you, we lost 1-0 to Benfica. They went above us in the Champions League group, but then they lost to Milan in the last game, so we ended up finishing top after that 1-0 win against Levski Sofia, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Just wasn't great. A lot of the players just aren't performing. We're getting a lot of injuries coming through, and we lost again 3 games in a row, that is, in all competitions that we lost. 1-0 to Hanover. We really pushed for it. Really pushed for it, and you can see that Conceição getting injured. Rainier had a great game, but just could not find a goal. We couldn't get a winner in there. Sabitzer didn't play well when he came on for Conceição, and we really struggled to get a goal. 1-0 over Levski Sofia. Luka Wagner just smashed one in from 25 yards, and we'll look at the Champions League group in a minute, and I'll show you who we're going to be playing in the first knockout round as well. We followed that up with a 2-0 win over Freiburg. Zivkovic and Sabitzer getting on the goal sheet, and Gawiri picking up a small knock. So you can see that defense played really well. The wingers again getting the goals. Rainier really dominating play, and he's been so good for me, but we just need to get the rest of the team up to his level. Had a 2-2 draw against Schalke. They went 2-0 up in the first half, and then we just went for it. I ended up playing like a 1-3-2-3-1 formation, super attacking to get that last minute equaliser. Rainier getting it for me, and in the Bundesliga we are sitting 6th. It's not great. We're only a couple points off these Champions League spots. I can't see really any of these teams keeping up this level of performance. Leverkusen just behind us, climbing up table. Both Bayern Munich and Dortmund have new managers, so at some point they're going to start coming back. So we need to pick up as many points as possible, get our act together, and let's just look at the Champions League. We finished top of our group, but Liverpool finished second in there, so we play Liverpool in the next round. Obviously you can see there Bayer Leverkusen in the third round of the cup as well, so it's not promising, but we'll try as hard as possible to get a result. But let's go into this game against Cologne, who are second in the league. They're having a really good season, but a win here puts us 4 points behind them, really closing the gap on those top spots. And this is the team that we're going for. Prince in goal. Nubel's injured, will be for another couple of weeks. Slip disc in his back in training on the 7th of December, so we've been without him for a few games now. Toure, Benkovic, Chabot, Ambrosini in the back line. You can see that a little bit changed. Got Mustafi suspended, Itters injured, we've got Burhan injured as well, Conceição injured, Nubel as well. You can see there Escasibon and Capuano knocks as well. So Kamyid comes into that defensive midfield spot with Bernardo partnering him. Rainier in the number 10 role with Sabitzer and Zivkovic out wide, Gawiri up front, and we need Gawiri to start firing. You can see there Sabitzer 6.58 average rating, Gawiri 6.4. He's just not scoring. He's not contributing up front either, and I don't know how to get him firing again. So I'm hoping today can be the day that he does that, and who knows, we could get him back to form, but this Cologne team are performing well above their level, and they apparently defeated us last time, but we need to start picking up our act if we want to get Champions League football next year. It's going to be massive for us to get it for 2 years running, and with the state of where we are, January is going to be really important. I've slimmed down the squads, and it seemed to have been biting me a little bit because of it, but if I can get some depth in the squad, maybe add some real quality as Torre loses out to Bruma there, then hopefully we can get into those Champions League spots, really push on in the second half of the year and secure Champions League football for the second straight year, because that is the aim. And we've fallen far behind Leipzig enough as it is. They're 12 points ahead of us after 15 games. It isn't good enough compared to what we were like last year. As Romero's come in and Prince with a save, and without Nubel in goal, part of me is just not confident about Prince being in goal. Obviously, when we had Rono and Trapp, they were two goalkeepers who I'd say were, Trapp's Europa League quality and Rono's good enough for about mid-table, but Nubel was a Champions League level goalkeeper, and Prince is probably a relegation standard goalkeeper here. So big difference there, as Ranieri's scored a free kick, and okay, sure, I'll take that as and when it comes. What a hit this was. You can see there, he's hit that low, he's hit that hard, and the goalkeeper's rooted to the spot. And what a finish that was by Ranieri. And out of everyone in the squad that we brought in the summer, Ranieri was probably the biggest surprise out of them all in terms of his absolute quality for that price that we got him for. So very, very happy with him, and he's been contributing so much as Romero fires wide and Prince was rooted to the spot, and we were never going to get that. Right, let's just tell the team that I'm happy with it. Ambrosini doesn't look too happy, but they've got another chance here as Pasak puts that in. Zivkovic clears as far as Calderon though, and I just want to restrict as many shots they have, because the more efforts they have on goal, the more likely they're going to score, obviously. But with Nubel in goal, I had confidence that he will save basically everything. With Prince, I don't have that faith at all. He's not too bad considering what we paid for him, but he's not exactly a goalkeeper I want to have in a game like this where we're not keeping possession at all. We're letting Cologne have all of the ball, and we're relying on counter-attacks. And really the two efforts that we've had on goal have been two long shots, essentially two free kicks from Ranieri, one just wide and one in the back of the net. But we can't rely on that, as Guiri's broken free, he's rounded the keeper, and he's finally got a goal. We were speaking before the match about him. He needed that. Kamyid with a great ball over the top, and we'll see that again, and we absolutely needed that second goal. See that there. Kamyid, great ball over the top. Guiri timed his run to perfection. Great first touch to go around the keeper, and an empty net to put that in. Considering his form, great confidence to break through there, and we can't even see it. So we'll see the lines there. It's definitely onside, but great ball over the top. Really good finish there from Guiri, and I'm happy with that. If we can keep this till half time, then that'll be absolutely massive. As Bernardo finds Ranieri. Now Bernardo again, and those two have been linking up really, really well in midfield. Ambrosini now on the overlap. Played it back to Bernardo, into Ranieri now. He's found the ball over the top to Sabitzer. What can he do from here? Put the ball in. Calderon heads it out, but it's only as far as Sabitzer. Now Ranieri finds Torre. Ball in, headed out. Bruma, that's intercepted by Kamyid. We're we're playing like we did in the first half of last season, and that is fantastic. Chabot now into Panabonado. Chabot now, ball over the top, can't be found. Sabitzer nods that down to Rainier. Great ball into Zivkovic. Really good first time ball there from Rainier into Zivkovic. And we've got the corner. Benkovic is beaten in the air, but Rainier's going to pick that up, but he's dispossessed, and they've got a chance here as Krilinovic has gone past his man. A great tackle there from Ambrosini. And we're looking good. Hopefully we can carry this half time. We do. And what can we say to them? Just, I'm happy. I'm really, really happy with that. And we can see that there. Just look at the analysis. They've had a lot of the ball, but it's just in this area here. And we're winning the ball and we're just attacking them straight from that. And if we can maintain that in the second half, fine by me. But yeah, we've got a lot of injuries at the moment. We've got a lot of suspensions. Good balling by Rainier. Sabitzer should have done better there. But all these injuries are starting to mount up. Good thing we've got a little winter break to get some fitness back. I've set a pre-season tour in Australia for some warm weather. Well, I say pre-season, mid-season. But hopefully that should get some confidence back to a lot of the players. And hopefully it should get some fitness back as well for some of the players coming back from injury. And I really want to push on into the second half of the season. But hopefully we can get a proper left winger in, that, well, proper inside forward on that left wing coming in, and then also a long-term Mustafi replacement as well, because as much as I've enjoyed having Mustafi play well, Gouiri has found the back of the net. Great ball in by Zivkovic, and we're 3-0 up. Gouiri needed that second goal, and it was a fantastic ball in from Zivkovic, and Gouiri nods that into the open goal off the crossbar. But great header there from Gouiri. But yeah, if we can get a long-term Mustafi replacement as well, I'll consider that a great window. Like, I know I brought in Capuano as essentially the Mustafi replacement, but I think he's going to be much better suited into as a defensive midfielder than a centre-back, and as a left-sided centre-back anyway, so we'll see what happens there, because Benkovic has been getting a lot of interest from China, and apparently one of the teams there wants to bid 52 million for him. And as good as Benkovic is, 52 million is a lot of money. We don't need to sell him. Obviously, the bank balance is quite high, but for maybe say 60, 65 million, I'd consider it, if I can get in a better version of him anyway. But that's a question for another time. Obviously, he's playing really, really well. We like Benkovic in the squad. It's a good block there by Torre, and Sabitzer finds Gouiri. It's 1-on-1, and he's missed. Really should have hit the target there. He's got 2 goals already. Really, really should have hit the back of the net with that one. But we are really dominating Cologne here, despite them having most of the ball. As Paslak comes forward. Good tackle from Ambrosini. And Bruma should have scored then, but Prince with a really good reaction savers. I think we might need to make some changes here. Well, we'll do that after this highlight. Paslak puts it in, Benkovic clears, now Krilinovic picks it up into Paslak, back to him. Now Romero, Schaub, straight at Prince, and we are going to make a couple of changes. We don't really need to, but I want Guyot to play a little bit more, and then I might stick Luca Wagner on for Bernardo. Swap these two around. So we've got deep line playmaker on support, and then a central midfielder on defend. And we'll save that last substitution just in case we need it, but most likely we won't. So Bruma comes in, and good save there by Prince. It was straight at him, and he held on to it. Right, they're starting to be a little bit more direct here, so I might switch a bit more of a cautious approach as Bruma comes in and Prince holds that. So let's go to cautious. Try and see this game out. Torre into Guyo. Now Benkovic. Back to Prince. Played that out wide to Ambrosini. Not the best ball over to him. And Schaub finds Bruma, and that's a goal. Not the best ball out there from Prince. Ambrosini sort of heads that back in. Should have just let that go out of play. Good ball over the top. Bruma, tap in. And let's shore this up because I don't have to deal with this. Put him to deep line playmaker and defend. Have him as, don't even know, Mazzala. Swap those two around. I think he prefers being on the right. And don't even know what change to make here. Right, I'm not going to make it. I'm just going to keep it as it is. We've got 15 minutes left. We just need to keep this as it is. As Benkovic trips Krillinovic, and we've got a yellow card there. And this is tense. Right, we've got 12 minutes left. I'm going to start time wasting with about 10 after this highlight probably, because this is getting a bit too close for my liking. As Guyo finds Rainier, and that's blocked. Wagner will pick that up. Back to Kamied now. Zivkovic knocks that down to Guiri. That's tackled there. Right. I will make those changes. So, shorter passing, lower tempo, a lot of time wasting, more disciplined, and I'm just going to stick these guys on defend because I don't want anyone to come back behind them. And you can see there, they are starting to stay back a little bit more. As Kamied finds Zivkovic, good ball over the top, and can he get there first? He does. He's lost out there though, and I just want this game to end. Guyo with a good interception there. Played forward to Guiri, and it's got the pace. He's gone past one. Can he go past the rest? No, he just goes alone, and that's straight at the goalkeeper. Torre now into Guiri. Kamied into Rainier. That's cleared. And why Romero's scored. And Prince just decided not to come out. I think everyone thought he was going to come out. The defence just left him, Romero, and that's the difference between having a top goalkeeper and a terrible goalkeeper. And we could be bottling a 3-0 lead here as Benkovic clears out Filipovic, and good save there by Prince, but we are on the ropes here. Paslak, Prince claims that, and God, I was nervous for that. And we've got seconds left here as Faranes picks that up, and he's got one chance at this. He's got 7 seconds, and thankfully that's over. We got away with that. Really got away with that. If it was 10 minutes more, I think they would have at least equalised. But we've got the win. Second half performance, do you know what? I don't care. I was right. The first half performance was great. The second half performance was not. But yeah, we've gone back into the top 4. Obviously, a couple of teams with the game in hand, so we could drop out. But that's it for essentially the first half of the season. And you can see there's a lot of games in there. I think we'll do Augsburg, which is the first game after the transfer window here. We'll see what we can do in that time, and hopefully we can get the team back to full fitness. We can keep up this level of performance, not going back to this, but hopefully we'll get back to winning ways. But that's going to be it for this episode. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe for future episodes, and make sure you hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss a video, and I will see you after the transfer window.